MOAMathon.
I'm not sure. And we're live.
Are we?
Yep.
Oh, well, what's up, everyone? How are you guys doing? So, hopefully, you guys are ready for sweet 8-bits action with Metroid here. I am Mazamov, and I'm with Mr. Sharp Eye here.
Well, howdy.
And yeah, we for the runner here, we got Mr. Brett for Branch, aka Terrifying Bridge. Is the world record owner for 100% and 100% deathless, which is the run we're gonna see here today. And yeah, I think it's gonna be good. Are you excited, Sharpie?
I am excited. I've been watching this guy for too long on Twitch to know that he's pretty good at the game. His movement's really nice. Here's the first really difficult part of the game where you have to manage the pattern for all the rippers and whatnot, and you have to climb all the way up to the hallway to start getting your first item for the game.
Yeah, we're gonna need the missile to break into the ice beam room. You're gonna see some glitches. You're gonna see some game-breaking sequence here. There's a lot of stuff. So what do we need for that run? It's 21 pack of missile. We need screw attack. We're gonna have the eye jump, 2 ice beam, wave beam. Of course, which is the most important item, Sharpie, in this game?
Mari, the morph ball.
Oh yeah, that thing. You can do anything if you don't have that. But you got the long beam as well. I think it's everyone's favorite. Yeah.
So we're gonna be getting all the items, killing all the bosses, and eventually exiting the game with everything in our hands. So there he picked up the first missile pack, and now we're going to go off towards the ice beam, and you'll see some wrapping eventually. And
yeah, I think that with you never speedrun that game, but I think that you could do the run yourself just by how long you've been watching Bridge here, and he's been playing for about a year. That category, it really put a lot of effort into the unknown category.
I have actually played the game once on emulator, but
Yeah.
I didn't even grab the morph ball, so I don't really know if that's really playing.
So here for the world record for that game, it was held by Dragon Dark for a long time. I don't know exactly. I'm saying a long time, but I would say maybe about 10 years. He had the world record for that, and nobody really thought that anyone would beat that time. It seems like unreachable. But there was a lot of people in the community who put a lot of time lately into the Ondo in the last year, and Bridge is really put a lot of time trying to change things around, because that run is really about it's a marathon. So it's like big time. It's small time save, big time loss. So there's a lot of little details that's gonna add up that you're gonna make a better time than other players for that.
Yep, and we see here that he is now breaking into the ice beam room, and he's grabbing the ice beam. To get down here, he was doing some wrapping. I'll let Mazzy explain what wrapping is.
Well, yeah, for so you're gonna see a lot of that. So you just have to stuck yourself into the door after it's gonna close on you, and then you have to do some up, down, up, or up and jump. So you're gonna wrap into the room, and how the game works, when you wrap after that, you're gonna appear at the bottom. So you can go to places you're not supposed to that way. And what are we gonna see here? There's something important for getting the bombs here, Sharpie.
We're gonna see the most enjoyable part of the game, hands down. This is missile farming. This is probably the best reason to run Metroid 100% deathless. Basically, every mob that you kill has a chance to drop nothing, health, or a missile pack, and you need 5 missiles to break open the red doors. So each missile pack has 2 missiles, so you need to kill 3 enemies and have them drop missile packs, which are about 25% chance to drop. And so if you don't do that, and then you're kind of screwed for time.
Yeah. So he already got one, so it's not the worst, but now Okay,
Oh,
there we go. We
there's a
got two,
second.
so we just need one more. Hopefully that game's not gonna be a troll. Because you can.
Oh, there we
we
go.
go.
That's good
Nice.
missile luck.
Yeah, that I think just getting at the not having to backtrack or anything here is good enough for a marathon run. There
Yep,
we go.
absolutely.
So now we're gonna go see. We're gonna go up into the map here in Metroid, and there's gonna be a lot of stuff. And there's gonna be some missile pack, E-tanks, and most importantly, the various suit that's gonna cut the damage by half. But
Yep.
before that, we need to. We're gonna see some rippers, some little flying turtles. You need to climb up these little guy. He's doing the.
Ooh, he's
There
doing
we go,
the
the
new
fastest way. There
That's
we go.
pretty
That's
cool.
pretty good. So, you know, there's different way you can climb up there, and you know, just the way that bridge did it right here can save about, like, I don't know, maybe 1.52 seconds. So it's really, all these little details are really adding up at the end. That's what you're gonna save, like here. You know, instead of having a 48, you're gonna have a 44. So
one. And right now we're moving along towards the E-tank or the missile pack.
missile
Yeah.
pack. That's pretty much my favorite part of the game here. I don't know, it's just so fun to move around this this place. You don't see green blocks, you know, often in the game, so I don't know. It's just a little bit different.
Yeah, that's true. So
And
for
usually-
Various,
Oh,
for Various
sorry.
suit now, there's a wrap. It used to be you'd go up in the middle of it, and you'd have to do a bomb jump, which can be very, very finicky, very RNG
Yeah.
dependent, unless you do it very well. But the wrap, it actually saves about 2-3 seconds on it, and is actually a faster and consistent method to get to the Various suit.
Yeah, thank you for I think it was Orax Philic for the who made the discovered that way to get into a barrier, and it was really helpful. I mean, really consistent and pretty quick. So there's a few people. I think it's about like Bridge, Cutty, and Orax Felix really put. I think those three people really put a lot of time trying to get that category a little bit of love, and you know, getting that time lower.
Yeah, because before, what you'd have to do is you'd have to farm your missile RNG, get the bombs, which only happens, it doesn't happen very frequently, and then you'd have to go after your Varia jump, which also doesn't happen very frequently, which means you wouldn't get like any runs getting out of Brinstar for, you might go a whole stream without it at times.
Oh yeah, that was painful. There we go. So now we are on our way to we're gonna change the area. So we're in Brinstar right now. So we're gonna go into Norfair. In Norfair, enemies gonna deal 20 damage usually with the is that it? Yeah, 20 damage with the various suits gonna be 10, and yeah.
Yep, so here we see him falling, and then just this room can be very tricky for speedrunning. It feels like if you're doing everything right, it's going great, but if you miss one thing, it just piles and piles and piles, making it laggier and making you lose time by getting hit over everywhere. So it seems like he's doing it well.
Yeah, it's when you need to get used to the mechanics and the physics in the game. When you're getting it, like you're gonna be like ragdoll a little bit sometimes, so you're gonna lose control of character. It's really hard sometimes to put it back on the you know, on the route. So here for the we're gonna see a lot of debuffs because the life doesn't really matter into this category. For once you get like 2 or 3 tank, you're just gonna try to tank into everything. But you need to. There's a special way you need to take damage and, you know, trying to be faster. So we're gonna see a lot of those little details.
Yeah, because with Various Suit on top of E-tanks, you really have pretty much no risk of dying unless you fall into lava and can't get out.
It's really, that's the cool thing about Metroid, is there are about, I think it's 8 categories, or 8 or 9 right now with the extension. And every categories, any person is going to be really quick. You can finish this game in less than, the world record is less than 10 minutes. But it's a completely different way to play the game. It feels like actually like a brand new game when you're picking up like Undo instead of Outbusters or anything. So that's the interest. Oh, well, we're going to see a big wrap here. And I think we're going to see the task strats for this one. Unfortunately. He's walking his way. There we go. Nice.
There we go. So, good wrap.
Usually with the other wrap here, we're gonna see. We're gonna wrap and go through the room. Use the door to, bring the game back when it's supposed to. So we're gonna have 2 door transition like you just saw. So a door transition is about maybe 4 or 5 seconds. So it's 10 seconds. Right. Bridge used and he's the one who will implement that into the run. So usually we were doing that, but now he's doing the task strat, so he's skipping 2 door transition like that. And that's not easy to do, so big GG to Bridge on that one. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, I'm calling it Bridge because he goes on Terrified Bridge on Twitch usually, but he goes as Bread for Brunch on Twitter, so Twitter and Discord, I think, so. But we're...
And here we see him picking up a couple more quick missile packs, just for item completion, and so you can hold more missile packs later on in the game. And now we're heading off towards the wave beam.
Probably the worst beam of the game.
Yeah, wave beam is easily it's rough to deal with, to say the least. Its hitboxes aren't quite accurate. But
yeah.
I think the only real advantage of it is letting you shoot blocks at your own feet. So instead of having to bomb the blocks down, you can just shoot straight at them with the wave beam.
So now we're gonna see there's these little enemies, the sea horses are the worst. They're shooting lava. They're always, if they're hitting you, they can put you in a really difficult situation, and they're creating a ton of lags. So I hate those guys.
Okay, so now for the lonely missile. This missile pack is just all the way out in the middle of nowhere. It's really got no fun purpose to it other than making you have to go and grab it.
There we go, nicely done here, going through that room from the right side instead of the left.
Very good block clip there.
Yep.
And there you can see he saved a little bit of time by shooting the block at his feet instead of having to bomb it. And there you can see it again.
There you go.
A little bit of a wave beam misfire there, but that's expected from wave beam.
Yeah, I think we can call it the broken beam.
Pretty much.
So now we got the lonely missile. There's like 2 or 3 into that round. It's just like you need to get it because you're doing Yondo, but man, they are really, these little missiles are out of the way. In this game, if you never played Metroid, it's really trolly because you're gonna have these kind of sections when you need to bomb through the walls and that kind of stuff. And you think like it's gonna lead you to something great like or item or something, but I think we're seeing like maybe 60% of the map for Ondo, maybe not even, and like the rest of the game is just like rooms filled with nothing. It's just like enemies and stuff. You're like, oh my god, I'm gonna get something sweet out of the, but no, you're just getting at the end. There's like nothing. Especially there's no map, so if you played that one when you were younger, I mean, like kudos to you if you finish it when in 1980 something.
Yeah, because before like the internet, you either had to get like a game manual on it, or you had
Yeah.
to figure out all the different rooms, the different combinations of ways to go.
Yeah, I think everyone were pretty much doing their own map and getting the power, the Nintendo power. That's pretty much. And you were talking into at school trying to figure out like what people have found. There was the rumors going on. So now we're gonna see a block clip right here. So how are these working? So you can go through the ceiling if there's only one block between you and you, because here there's 3 blocks actually, and the rest is empty. It's false block. The game does that a lot. So you can just push your way through the those blocks if there's only one layer of those.
And here we see him grabbing the screw attack, which turns Samus into basically a wrecking ball. Every time you do a little jump, she turns into something that can just rip through enemies quickly.
Yeah, there we go. Usually the last item you're getting in pretty much all the, classic Metroid games. So Smooth Run so far is doing pretty well. We're gonna see there's gonna be next thing's gonna be we're gonna grab an E-tank and we're gonna see the eye jump, and we're gonna see a sweet little glitch here to break the break sequence the game a little bit too. I love these little rooms. Look like you're jumping off candies.
If it wasn't on a mysterious planet, I'd want to go eat them, but unfortunately, seeing the amount of work I'd have to put in, I think I'll just stop by my local convenience store. Good lag reduction here by killing a few of the balls.
Yeah, I think when there's like more than 3 sprites, well, when there's 2 or more on the screen, things are getting a little bit pretty laggier.
Yeah, that's another big part of the game where you're managing the amount of things that you kill, wasting time on killing them, and making the game run faster.
Yeah. That's pretty much, I would say, your worst enemy in the game. It's like the game itself, the lag. So here, there we go. We're gonna see Bridge go through the ceiling. It's gonna jump, and he make it to the. It's not supposed to go that way. And there we go, making it on top of the platform. Oh no, he missed the jump, unfortunately. A little hiccup here, but there we go. Back on top again. There we go. And now, go. He's gonna scroll the game like that, and the game is back on track.
Yep. And he's now grabbing the high jump, which is pretty much as it sounds. It lets you jump higher.
Yeah. And to be honest, I've played pretty much all the category in this game, and I would say like to navigate into the game, the less stuff you have, like the easier it is. When you're getting the eye jump and screw attack and all this stuff, it's the game feels a little bit more floaty, and it's actually harder to maneuver through all this stuff. And now the next one. So yeah, we're gonna hear it's gonna be a new section. So it's gonna be new music. It's gonna be a Ridley's Lair or Ridley's Out.
Yeah, so as you might guess, Ridley's hiding out somewhere here, but we have to grab, because it's Hundo, we have to grab all the missiles and E-tanks around his hideout before getting him and after getting him.
There's not as much stuff as in Norfair. We're gonna go back to Norfair, by the way. We've done like the left part of Norfair. Now we're gonna have to do the right part afterwards. here there's a couple of missile. Oh, yeah, we got. Oh no. So yeah, there we go. So there we go. So this is not really bridge fault. So the game is you're gonna have some pixel for some platform that you're not gonna be able to clip here, even if you're jumping correctly. It usually happens when you're in PV pace.
Yeah. Right when you wouldn't want it to. That seems to be when the subpixels get you.
Yeah.
So now we have to go back all that way that we just came, just for that one silly missile pack. Because now we're gonna go off to get another E-tank.
Yep. There's how many? 8 E-tanks into this game, but you can only carry 6. So yeah, he's just gonna show 6 at the end, but he did take 8 E-tanks. Still gonna replenish your life though.
Yeah, so any E-tanks after the 6th one, even though they don't increase your max life, they'll just refill your health every time you pick one up, which is obviously helpful. Not too needed for 100% because of Varia Suit, as said before, but it'll be a little top up before you go into any big joints.
So here, there we go. I'm gonna be careful. He jump here because he's gonna go through. There's 3 false block. Boom. And I think they said this. Well, yeah, into the remake on the DS, I think, or Game Boy Advance. I got myself tricked here all the time.
Yeah, that's just the developers trolling you. They're saying, "Hey, look, here's this nice E-tank. You're running at 10 health," and then you just fall right through to the very bottom of the pit.
Yeah. Oh, too bad. So last pack of missile, because before we go see our first boss of the game, there's 2 mini bosses. We're gonna say it's gonna be a Ridley and a Craig. So we're gonna go see our friend Ridley first. And if you ever played the latest games into the Metroid series, usually Ridley is really the last boss, and it's quite intimidating. And this one is a little bit I don't know, how would you describe him, Sharpie?
He's like a friendly purple dinosaur almost. Except for the part where he's trying to kill you.
So there he is.
There he is. Yep. So you screw attack him, and then you shoot him with a bunch of missiles if you can. And then you just wave beam him the rest of the way down.
Yeah, so you're seeing the little projectile shooting. He's actually got 2 patterns. In Metroid, when you're doing a hard reset or soft reset, it's gonna change how the boss as an enemy behaves. So if you're always doing hard resets, you're always gonna have the same pattern for Ridley. Usually.
And then you go grab his E-tank, and you start heading back the way you came.
Yeah, the last thing into Ridley's lair is gonna be I think the true lonely missile. That guy, that little buddy is really all alone, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's definitely a pain in the butt to grab.
Yeah.
And it's just this one missile, but gotta grab it because it's Hundo. That's basically the moral of the Hundo story. You're wasting time, but it's because you have to.
I know people break their head over trying to find a glitch to get that missile quicker, but unfortunately, so far nobody has. They found things, they know how to get there, but unfortunately they couldn't wrap the game back. So it's kind of a soft luck itself, unfortunately, when you're glitching through. So we got a purple ballroom.
Yep.
Which is pretty much a nightmare. When you're playing this one, in all bosses especially, this room is really, really scary.
Because you don't have screw attack to just knee them out of your way. You actually have to either dodge them or have enough missiles to kill them when they start bunching up on you.
Yeah.
There's this part where everything's coming out of pipes at you, and you gotta fight your way through, screw attack, maybe take a few damage boosts over some things. It's very, very hectic, to say the least.
Yeah. It's really like in these rooms. I don't know. This area seems like just walking around, not doing much, but you actually there's so much little details and the way you want to take damage. You want to get pushed a little bit further, and the way that, like a good player can easily save like 5 seconds or 10 seconds over like a new player just doing these kind of rooms.
Yep, and now we're going all the way back the way we just came, and then we're gonna get out of Ridley's lair because we're done in here. Picked up everything, killed him, and stole his stuff.
There we go. So now there's going to be a little bit of platforming with those little. These things are supposed to be in Metroid games, usually like pit to help you to recover some health. But in the first Metroid, when you need to farm for health, it's not really well done first. Like it's really tough, and usually you're usually gonna get killed actually trying to get more health into this game.
Just missing it. Jump a little bit there, no big deal. Just about out of here. And there we go. Out of the elevator and back into Norfair.
Yeah, for second part. We're gonna see some block clip, we're gonna see... There's not gonna be any glitches. I think we got one wrap left, but it's not gonna be in a... Greg's lair. But yeah, got a couple of... Yeah, there's the place where I think the dev just gave up. They were like, well, we need to finish the game, and they put like 5 pack of missile in the in like 2 rooms. Like, just finish it already, dude.
Being pushed for the timeline, so they say, well, we need more missiles. Okay, here's your more missiles. Now get out of my face, here's your game. Good sub-pixels on that jump. Those jumps can be a little difficult to make when you're skipping over a platform, but obviously it's worth the reward if you do it well. Here's some block clips.
There you go.
Did those very well.
And there we go.
Okay, so we finally made it up that small climb. And we're starting to collect missiles now.
There we go.
Makes it look easy. This is what we meant by multiple missile packs in one place. There's 3 right away. Notice how relatively scarce they were for the first part of the game, and then just they throw them all at you right here. Maybe as a little reward, a little incentive to explore the area. But
yeah. If you're going there in the first place, you're like, oh man, I think this game is going to be really generous, but no. Just that part.
Here we see the blocks not letting them through. Ah, they made it there.
Now we're going to get the second ice beam, which is... I wouldn't say mandatory because, we've seen some ice lists run lately, but for Undo first off, we need to pick it up, and it's way easier that way because I think we're going to see that later on.
It's also nice because you get to get rid of the wave beam.
Yeah.
You still have it.
This is one of the nice music of the game. I like the Norfair groove.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting a bit bopped around by balls there. There we go. Oh, nice block clip. That was nice. Alright, and we're gonna go off to grab some more missiles.
Yep.
So you can see now that it's only the ice beam. The game doesn't like mixing beams, so you can't have an icy wave beam. But
Yeah.
it would be cool, but also kind of annoying because it's the wave beam. But I digress.
Yeah, it's like Metroid, and I think about Mega Man 1 as well. Like those two games put all, the premise for the upcoming NES game, but this one, they polish it afterwards, but this one was a good start here for a lot of good ideas, but needs a little bit more polishing. I don't remember, but they were really a small thing, I think, for the doing Metroid on the NES. Especially, it's like that game came out in what, 1987, I think, or something. Well, it was one of the we were used to Mario and I don't know, the more cheerful game, for kids a little bit. This one was a little bit more of an adult vibe, I would say. It's a little bit more scary. It's not really inviting like the rest of the NES game that we were seeing at that time. And create the a non-genre afterwards. So yeah, you gotta give a props to the OG here.
So now we're just making our way back out to the elevator where we can get out of Norfair and continue along our quest to find Kraid.
One cool thing about the you can tell like the behavior of the bosses by some enemies. You're seeing the little jumpy red and purple dudes, so they got 3 different jump, and if they're doing long jump, really high one, not that one, you know which pattern you're gonna get for Ridley, which would be the bad one when he's shooting really closer to him, and it's gonna be the same for Craig. The enemies are telling you what's gonna happen for a pattern for bosses. And when you shoot stuff and you move differently, it's gonna change how is the room and the enemies behaving, but also the next room you're gonna go through and the rest of the. So it's really interesting that way. So now we're back into Brinstar, the first area, to go through the Craig, and now we're overpowered full, so we don't fear anything.
Yeah, we're not trying to just freeze them and run away. We can actually absolutely obliterate them off the face of the earth. So now we're going towards Kraid's lair, but we've got a little thing to grab first. It might be the old route that I'm thinking of, but might do it here as well.
So he's gonna grab the thing right here. He's gonna kill this guy, so he's not killing that turtle for no reason. The fact that he's killing this turtle is gonna change a little bit the layout for the room he's going in right now. So he's not gonna have anyone bothering him into the little hallway here. There we go.
And this one.
Oops.
No, there we go.
It's gonna be good. Boom.
This one's known as the Great Tank in the Sky.
And now we're pretty much at I would say 2/3 of the run, pretty much. It's the Craig's lair is pretty tiny compared to Norfair and the rest of the game.
Yeah, there's not too much to grab in here. There's just a few missiles and an E-tank.
And you get here pretty much my favorite song of the game, I think, and a lot of people love that one. So nice little groove from Craig's there. There we go. So now we're gonna go grab a little back on missile down here. There's gonna be the Great Fall.
Yep, the Great Fall of Craig. And then we're gonna go through a couple of hallways and eventually make it to the next missile pack.
And now we're gonna see there's gonna be the last wrap of the game that we're gonna see. That's pretty much glitch.
Yep.
So here is gonna wrap. I think there is a number of times that you need to wrap. I don't remember how much for this one. I think maybe 17 or 18. And you're gonna trigger a door down here. Boom, and we're gonna use that door to teleport ourselves right here. There we go. I love that layout for the before Craig.
Oh yeah. His layout looks really good. So here you just kind of freeze something and then just pound him to death with missiles. And there's Craig.
He seems pretty easy right now, but it's probably the toughest boss into the game. And when you go see him without the all this stuff is it's pretty much he's a tough guy. Doesn't seem to, but he's a little less impressive than Super Metroid and the other games.
But he was nice enough to leave you an E-tank, so
Yeah.
you can't fault him too much for being easy
Yeah.
or being too difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, this is the one of the very difficult parts of the game, the crate climb, where you have to use the blocks to destroy them, hop up, and then... Ooh.
And that's bad. So poor Bridge here, he got hit by nothing, but it's actually when you're wrapping, you're jumping the game, you're gonna see the sprite of the blocks are gonna reappear, and they're actually gonna hit you. So you're getting hit by blocks that you break, before. Oof. Okay. Go. Okay, back on track. There we go. Nice.
Yeah. You can see why it's a little bit of a pain to do, because it's so risky. If you fall out, you're just gonna lose so much time.
I'm surprised though, because I thought that when you were breaking just 3 blocks like Bridge is doing, you couldn't get hit by the smoke monster, but apparently I was wrong.
Yeah. Here we're just gonna finish
Big
off the crate climb.
Yeah, we got two things to get here. 1 missile pack, 1 E-tank, and after that we're good to go to see pretty much Mother Brain. We got something else before that. But yeah, that climb. We might gonna see a little. Oh no, it's not gonna go for the bomb strike.
That was a good jump. Anyway,
There's a way to go through the. Yeah, pretty good jump.
There is a little riskier and flashier way to get through that, though. And there's the last E-tank of the game, I believe.
Yep.
And then... not going to kill, and it's going to be just for easier access to the rest of the game. So yep, now we're going in after the wave beam. Or it's not the wave beam, sorry, the long beam. This one is interesting because it does actually double up with the ice beam, I believe. It gives you a longer shot, and it's still ice as well. In one of the category extensions for Metroid, you have all the beams when you start off the game, basically, and you're shooting a long wave beam, which is absolutely ridiculous to see on the screen.
And there we go. We're gonna see the bridge to get to a third game. It's gonna be the last section of the game, and we're gonna see finally those little Metroids everyone's talking about.
Yes. Contrary to popular belief, this person's name is not Metroid.
What?
I know, it sounds weird, but it's true.
There you go. So now that we kill those two bosses, we can trigger that and go to the last section of the game and seeing Mama Brain.
Good old
which
Mama.
Is probably Get Old Mama, which is really, really a tough boss when you're, when you're playing that for the first time, and even, I mean, it's really not an easy boss.
Yeah. And then it's even if you're speedrunning, it can be difficult because you don't have all these E-tanks, all these missiles. If you're speedrunning, you're usually just walking in with a little pea shooter and you're saying, "Hi, I'm here for Mother Brain," and you get eaten alive.
This moment, when you're a PB pace on a great run, it's really stressful because you know you're not gonna die into Undo pretty much when you practice enough, but it's just a matter, you can lose so 20, 30 seconds, 40 seconds so easily.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it's not done until you I would say push the elevator, which is the trigger for stopping the game, the run. There we go. As always before the last boss.
And you'll notice as soon as we get into the Mother Brain room, the game's just gonna slow right down. There is a lot of lag involved with this room. Yeah. And it's just part of the game. You can't really do anything about it. Yeah, you can already see it. But here we go. Okay.
Here we're gonna have for killing Mother Brain, we need 73 missiles. So there's 5 barriers, 8 shots for every barrier, and 32 missiles for Mother Brain, but you need 1 more to break the glass. So it's 73 bare minimum. I don't know how much Bridge had when he came into the room though, but
I think he had enough to be safe with it though.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the last barrier.
Yeah, he's still got plenty of missiles left.
Oh yeah, 49.
Freezing the Rinkas so they won't be in his way, and he's free to start shooting missiles at her. That's a good strategy.
Oh yeah.
And get that freeze in. He's still pumping away. Yeah, going for the little
shot here. There we go. Nicely done.
Yeah, refreezes, and he's out. Nice. Oh, he's just giving it to Mother Brain. Yeah, and now you've set the time bomb, and now you just have to escape. Time is coming up as soon as he hits the last elevator.
Yep.
Yeah. Very good platforming so far. It's gonna be stressful when you're on PB pace, because every little jump counts. And time.
Oh, there we go.
Very good run from Bridge.
There we go, 45:03. That's a pretty damn good time. So there we go. We got Samus here fulfill our mission and restore peace to the galaxy.
Yeah, looks like it was 45-minute run. That's pretty good. That's really good.
There we go. So congratulations to Bridge for Brunch right here. Really nice run. Hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, hopefully you learned a bit about Metroid, and if you have any questions, the community is really, really good about helping people get set up, how to run the game.
Amazing community. Well, there we go. That's going to be it for us. So, well, thank you, Sharpie. Do you have anything else to say?
Thanks for commentating with me. I'm glad we were able to help Bridge out here as well. Yeah,
it was an absolute pleasure to be part of that. The PB of Bridge is the world record. It's got a 44.
I think it's 06.
06? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
4405.
Yeah.
So there we go. Well, thanks everyone, and yeah, I'm out. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you.